gonna start to learn how to get a husband in this sad age of crazy women and crazy men and cringe people on the internet. Okay? Okay. Shoon Head, of course! We are back with Shoon Head. This is an older video from her. Because the previous video I reacted to was the crazy women video. What was it called? The female dating strategy. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. How do I get a husband according to the 1950s?
Women. Despite popular belief on Reddit, I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman.
Oh, she's a woman! She said it! Must be true. Since she said it on the video, I think it's true. VTuber strategy, just show your tummy more. Trust me, it will work. No tummy. I will not show my tummy. I will listen to Show on Head first.
And as I am filming this, it is currently International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all 7.3 of you.
Male 91%, female 7%. She has better stats than me. I'll show you what my stats look like. Where is it? Analytics, not stats. 96% male, 3.7% female. Oh! Why are women not watching me? Why you don't watch me? Oh, there it is. This is what I was talking about earlier. The age group as well. They're kinda old. 25 to 34. 52%. And mostly male. I need more women to watch me. Please.
We've talked quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but we haven't really touched on female loneliness, which although technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend.
It's not as severe yet, and then last time we reacted to the female dating strategy, and it seems like a lot of women are very sad and very horny. So it changed quite drastically within a year. Time to appeal to women. Yeah, I need to appeal to women. I don't know how though. I don't know how to get to women to watch me. They're kind of old. Ow. Kind of. It's not old. Just kind of, okay?
The modern world does not seem to have a solution to this. All modern dating advice is just garbage. The future seems bleak, so maybe we have to look in the past.
Yeah,
in
look
this
at the
video,
past.
we're going to talk a bit
Yes.
about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice from the
That's cute.
1950s to
Good
see
kitty.
if we can find a solution there. Because what worked for our grandmothers surely will work for us,
Oh,
right? Back
for
in
sure.
the day when people
For
would
sure.
still go to malt shops and diners
Ooh,
instead of
diner.
femboy hooters. Women dated
femboy
men
hooters.
for more than just their wallets. The number of single women in the US is expected to increase 1.2% every year from
Oh,
2008 to 2030, compared to a 0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will be single and childless by 2030.
Oh. 45% of women between 25 and 44? There's only gonna be 55% who's gonna carry the population. Is that bleak? I mean, when I was young, they said there's too much people in the world and there's overpopulation. So maybe this is why this is happening. We're just preventing overpopulation. It's fine. Because they crazy? Is that why they don't watch me? Because women are crazy? Oh no.
2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows.
Mm-hmm.
1984. Apparently, single women spend more than the average family on travel, shopping, makeup, skincare,
Ooh.
etc. So of course, some economists will twist this into a positive thing. But I'm not an economist.
Oh, because they're bringing money back to the economy. Because they're spending. Women being single means they spend, means they give more money back to the economy, means it's a good thing for economy. Oh, that's just the US? That's true. I'm not American. So, yeah.
I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop, producing absolutely nothing of value to society. And I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants and how the female suicide rate has been increasing, there may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think women are happier being alone and single. I just think women might be better at coping with being alone and single.
Ah, the stats for coping is just going up. It's not necessarily you getting happier, it's just that you put more points in coping. Oh, that makes sense. Copium is real. Just put all the stats on copium. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. Wife, don't spend money. I don't care about the economy.
At least for a little while.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in the stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject, a lot of men will point out that these women could easily get any man to sleep with. And I'm sure they know that. But sex isn't the only thing people are looking for. As I said in the male loneliness video, it would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker, and it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just walk the outside. But casual sex isn't the solution to loneliness. It's a band-aid. It's a way to fill your void.
I feel like it's gonna make you lonelier. Casual sex, I mean. Because it's like you get a few seconds of bliss. Seconds of bliss. You get a few seconds of bliss, and then after that, it's like, well, what am I doing with my life, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not a few minutes of bliss, it's just a few seconds of bliss. It's not a solution at all. It's just gonna make you sadder and sadder. Oh no! Especially if you encounter someone who's intolerable to be with. You know what I mean? Or like, even if you encounter someone, if you meet someone that's actually pretty decent, it's gonna make you sad as well, because you're gonna think it's like, since it's casual, you're gonna think about like, well, it's sadder that you can't make it further than casual. Especially if the person is actually decent. And if you went with someone who's not decent at all, who's intolerable, you're gonna be sad because you wasted your time. Either way, it's sad. Good night, Saf. Thanks for dropping by. Yes. Rihanna ruined this generation with all the single ladies song. Ah, single ladies. Maybe that's the reason.
With cum. Trying to find someone to love, to marry, to have a family with nowadays, it is incredibly difficult for both genders in this climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do so is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly atomized, lonely society thanks to a nasty combination of social media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism, and so many other things. And men are being told to, well, nothing. You're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's your fault. You built the world, after all, and are increasingly turning to the few people who at least pretend to give a shit who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like hollow materialism, eternal one-night stands, and vasectomies.
What? The quickest path to becoming a high-value man. Do not get married, avoid family, vasectomy in your 20s. Damn. From @rational male. Gotta get vasectomy in your 20s. This is the first time I've heard of this. Damn.
Yeah, in case you were wondering, that's what the red pill has been up to. Telling their audience to just forget marriage and neuter themselves.
Vasectomy
while
till I
women,
find
in
the right
turn, are
woman.
also being sold very similar poison. About how it's good to be single, it's empowering. You don't need no man. Get on the pill. Sleep around. Climb the corporate ladder. And don't worry, baby. We'll freeze your eggs for you. But is this
Ooh, yes,
good
freeze
advice
eggs,
for
huh?
women? Or have we girl-bossed a little too close to the sun? A study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever. This also might be because, like I said, everything that isn't swiping right on a dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym. Don't approach women at coffee shops. Don't approach women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women. We live in
Oh, yeah, that's true. Do not approach women because it's creepy. And someone might film you, post it on TikTok. Yeah. And everyone's so afraid of approaching anyone at all. Everyone is afraid of any social interaction. In real life. Maybe even in like, probably in internet, not so much. People are more brave on the internet for sure.
HR world. And it turns out a lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, enjoy your cats. This is what you asked for. This is the world you wanted, ladies. But was it? Not every woman is the blue-haired, man-hating, feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do. What you have to understand is society in the media is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her.
Excuse me? She's not interested.
Even though chances are, she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more. So if men are lonely and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays, there's only one thing we can do, ladies.
What?
We must approach them.
So that's the solution. The women gotta approach the men. And that's what they did. In the female dating strategy. Oh.
I did a little research and looked up how
Let's
to
go,
approach
research.
men as a woman. Number one, don't. Almost every single
Oh, no.
article,
Don't do it.
blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on how to get a man said some like, don't chase him, let him chase you. Be unavailable and mysterious. Simply
mysterious.
pretend he doesn't exist. Great. Awesome. Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to let them come to us. But what if they're not coming to us? What do we do now? Well, according to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is the modern woman. Lazy, entitled, mid. These are the ingredients that create the modern woman. So clearly we have to go back. Back when a cheeseburger was 5 cents. And women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
One of the most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s, you had to get a little bit more creative. Here's an article from 1958 in...
Ooh! Get a dog and walk it. Dude, this is a really good advice. The first one.
Calls magazine listed 129 ways for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet.
Actually, let me read that list. This might help you get a husband. Let's rate it. Get a dog and... What? Get a dog and walk it. I mean, this is true. If you want to have a social interaction at all, not even like getting a husband or getting a wife, if you have a dog and you walk the dog, people usually would approach you because, especially if they are into dogs, because they're gonna want to pet that dog, you know? You gotta use that dog to approach people and have them approach you. Oh shit. We're just using the dogs. Oh no. But do not abuse the dog. Get a dog, walk it. Number 2, have your car break down at strategic places. Oh. Because someone's gonna help you. A real man will help you. And that is one way to get a husband that knows how to fix cars. That's pretty good. If you get a husband who knows how to fix things, that's nice. Attend night school, take courses like men like. Oh! Take courses men like. Oh, what courses do men like? Computer science, maybe? Probably, right? Join a hiking club. Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 males for every 100 females. Oh, you gotta go to places where there's a lot of single men. That makes sense, yeah? Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. This is so good. Obituaries to find eligible widowers. You gotta camp them, dude. They just lost a wife? Camp them. Introduce yourself right away. Oh, that's a good one. Take up golf and go to different golf courses. Take several short vacations at different places rather than one long one at one place. It gives you more chances at meeting more people. Because if you stay at one place, if you vacation at one place for long, you won't meet a lot of different people. You gotta move to different vacation spots. Sit on a park bench and feed the pigeons. Wow. Just feed the pigeons, man. Someone's gonna approach you and probably become your husband. Take a bicycle trip through Europe. Holy shit, that's expensive. Especially if you're not in Europe. Get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. Become a nurse on an airline stewardess. They have higher marriage rates. Oh. Airline. Okay. Ask your friends' husbands who the eligible men are in their offices. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because your friends' husbands surely have friends who are men. And they would probably recommend you. Yeah. And when divorced, you and her fight about the dog. Oh no. I've only ever been approached by drunk women and it's always scary. Yes. Oops.
To get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet, and I have been sitting on this video idea for years. And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are going to see if the red pill and schizophrenic Roman statue trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct. Did women in the 1950s have better dating advice than women today? Because apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok, is just not working.
Crying on TikTok is not working? I can't believe it. No way, dude. This list might be outdated, especially since I always hear to stay away from nurses.
For us. Okay, let's just dive into this. Let's go. Number 1, get a dog and walk it. Honestly, this is pretty good advice. This is fine advice. If you have a dog, you'll probably go to a dog park and meet other dog people. I could see this working. Just please, for the love of God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times I'm walking through the city and I see a stroller and a fucking dog is in it. Just do not treat your dog like a surrogate child, please.
It's a baby.
I want to go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no, my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop. Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention.
know, the Richmond Convention, there's a thing. Wow. You gotta break your car down there. Accidentally, actually. You gotta do it accidentally, not on purpose.
Attend a night school. Take courses men like. If you want to sign up for ancient Roman history class, be my guest. I personally would not go back to school for a man. No man is worth that. I still have nightmares about being in school. Why am I having dreams about math homework at 33 years old? Look at the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 females for every 100 females. Ladies, if you want to meet a man, simply hang out in the Shoe on Head fan base. The ratio of men and women here is insane.
Oh, that is a good advice. You remember what I showed you earlier? My channel analytics? I have 97% male audience. If you're looking for a husband, hang out in my comment section. Hang out in my Discord server. Most likely than not, there's more men in there than women. Oh, dude! That makes sense. You gotta hang out in her community. Hang out in my community. There's a lot of men here. Don't worry, you're gonna find a husband. Trust me. Probably. Who's free? Oh no.
We got all types of men.
No. You gotta do it on YouTube. I don't know on Twitch how many men are there who watches me on Twitch, but the analytics is from YouTube.
In here, we got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals,
the Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers.
I love this one.
Showing up to a funeral like, hey, sorry about your wife. What'd that dick do, though? So I'm actually getting these from an article written in 2018 about the advice from the 1950s. And the journalist, Bella DiPaolo, is constantly writing her own commentary after, like, almost every single one of these things. Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. And she writes, become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one.
Oh. You don't need to marry one, just become doctor. Wait, is she single? Living single. She's promoting the single lifestyle. That's why she's commenting like that. Dr. Bella DiPaolo?
Become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one. And the next advice from the 50s is, become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. And she's like, no, become a person who thinks for herself. They have very high rates of living the life that works for them. So become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer is good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because... why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little sexist? Why is she looking down on being a nurse or an airline worker?
Oh. She's looking down on other kinds of profession. I mean, because she's doctor, that's why. She's looking down on the nurses because she's a doctor. Hard to find a dentist here. You feeling lonely? Just become doctor. I'd rather become a hooker. Oh no, Yusty. Oh no.
The advice some women give to other women is, like, incredible. It's always just, like, constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant, like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie. And then male advice is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now. Be nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. You shouldn't only be being nice to people
everybody.
in order to possibly get laid. Just be nice to everyone in general. Being nice is like the bare minimum. And what's sad is some people can't even do that. The bar is in hell. And yet, get a government job overseas. Okay, I'm sorry. No man is worth becoming a fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick. Be friendly to ugly men. Again, just be nice to everyone.
Be friendly to ugly men. Wait, what?
Agent for some dick. Be
friendly to ugly men. Handsome is as handsome does. What? Handsome is as handsome does. What does that mean? I don't understand that sentence. Oh well.
Friendly to ugly men. Again, just be nice to everyone in general. Lowering your standards if they're very high
just
or
lower your
unrealistic
standards. Yeah.
is a good thing, but don't lower them too much. If you're not attracted to someone, you should not be dating them. And don't get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who like jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is way too high. It's almost always a recipe for disaster. Don't date someone who you think is ugly, but like, if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the perfect body, like, yeah, give him a chance. You're not perfect either, girl. But if you think he's straight up ugly, different story. So yes, be nice to everyone, including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, that's so weird. Why would you date someone who you think is ugly? Right? I think you should date someone who you're attracted to. That's the main point of dating. You gotta be attracted to that person. Maybe people have that kind of fetish, like ugly fetish or something. Is that a thing? Probably, right? That is some deep desperation move, yeah. And then also the thing about that as well, if you date someone who is ugly, or like if you try to date someone who's ugly, what if they reject you? What if you also get rejected by ugly people? Isn't that gonna hurt you more than it should? It's gonna hurt you even more. Handsome is as handsome does means if you act handsome, you'll be handsome. Ah, you gotta act handsome. Ah, I see.
That you are interested in getting married. Don't keep it a secret.
Oh, we have another author's note. Tell your friends you have no interest whatsoever in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Tell your mother. Tell all your other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media.
Tell everyone you're not interested? What the fuck? How are you gonna get a husband if you tell everyone that you're not interested? This is like the opposite. What if you're really interested in getting married? Why would you lie about that? This doctor is weird. I feel like you don't have to announce it that you want to get married, but you have to be honest with your friends and your family. What you want, I think. I think that's reasonable to be honest. But you don't have to scream to everyone that, oh, I want to get married. Who's ready to marry me or something, right? Bruh. I already rejected myself 20 years ago. No, don't do that. Cheating.
Bro, this is why we are here now, by the way. People like this in 2018,
right?
Telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent girl boss. These are the fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock blocking you.
Get lost at football games.
Alright, if I'm at a football game, I'm already lost.
Don't take a job in a company run largely by women.
You would never hear this in modern dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company.
Get a
Run a
job
company.
demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store.
See? Bass Pro Shops.
Handsome will cheat on you, or you are not to be picked up when ugly guy will veneer you as a god. Yeah. I get what you're trying to say, but I think you should also be attracted to the person you date. I think that's like a good portion of dating someone. You gotta be attracted to them. You know what I mean? I don't think you should date someone just because they're ugly and you're desperate. I don't think that's the only reason you should date someone. That's like, that's weird.
I'm telling you, the last respectable institution in America.
On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man.
Wow.
Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the seat next to you and maybe you will get to have the whole row to yourself.
Wow.
The contrast between the like wholesome goofy shit from the 1950s and this like bitter modern asocial shit is so funny. Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there.
Widowers.
What is up with this, like, predatory-ass
them.
advice? Why widowers?
Count the
Be a
widowers.
rebound for a man whose wife f***ing died. Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well.
no.
I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to, like, wear an Invader Zim shirt and, like, trip pants. Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level.
I mean, that is a good advice. Don't room with a girl who's a sad sack and let her you pull down to her level. That's a good advice. Don't hang out with people who are always down in a dumpster and sad all the time. Because it's gonna affect you. I think that's a reasonable advice.
I mean, this is pretty good, like, standard advice. Don't surround yourself with negative, miserable people. Like this journalist who will just try to
That list is
drag
very
you down
cringe.
to a level and
Yes.
attempt to sabotage your dating aspirations.
Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school.
Oh.
The author's note.
gotta
If you
count
like
them.
to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your stuff out so nobody will sit next to you. Set your easel up where nobody will bother you. They want you to die alone.
Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. Carry a hat box.
Hat
What?
box.
Do we put a hat in the box? What do we put in the box?
What's with
in
the
the
hat
box?
What's in the fucking box?
Wear a band-aid. People always ask what happened.
No they won't. This was absolutely written in the 1950s, where people used to talk to each other.
Make a lot of money.
Damn. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, just make a lot of money. That's easy. Yeah. People will approach you if you have a lot of money. For sure, you'll not attract weird people who just want your money. Right?
What great advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the
Don't be
handkerchief
poor.
still works. God, everything
Dropping
seems
the
so
handkerchief.
wholesome and simple back
Aw.
then. Drop a handkerchief. That's all it took. Hell, like, even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just, like, rode her bike back and forth in front of his house. Like, that's so adorable and wholesome. Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter.
Her parents met because her mom drove back and forth on a bicycle, and she met her husband because her husband trolled her on Twitter. Oh, what a time we live in. Maybe you could follow Sean Head's husband. Just troll somebody on Twitter. Bro, drop a handkerchief though. I don't think that works anymore. Or maybe it does, because it's so rare for people to have handkerchiefs anymore. So if you drop your handkerchief, someone will return it to you. Probably. I mean, I still do carry a handkerchief actually. Because I have very sweaty palms. So I like carrying a handkerchief around. But I don't know if dropping the handkerchief works in this day and age. Maybe it does. Who knows, right? Who knows?
He was a hater on Twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children?
Stand in a corner and cry softly.
Oh,
Chances
just
are
cry.
good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong.
No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you go
Yeah,
viral.
exactly.
Crazy Karen cries in corner.
Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies.
Apple
Bring one
pie.
into the office and let the eligible bachelors taste it.
Oh,
Honestly,
there we
this
go.
is pretty cute advice. I could see this maybe working. But, like, people are so weird about people,
Make a
like,
pie for
dating
everyone.
at work nowadays. That used to be, like, the #1 place people would meet their spouse. And now it's like saying Susan looks nice today is sexual harassment. I like the author's
Aw.
note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them. Don't do anything for a man
share
ever.
them.
Do everything for yourself. Wow, thanks,
Aw.
Journo. You helped so much. Female loneliness cured.
Laugh at his jokes.
Laugh at his jokes if they are funny. Attractive people
Amen.
make the terrible mistake of assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are not funny. People just want to f you.
Amen. You just laugh at the joke if it's funny. Okay? Do not laugh at anyone's joke just because you want to get in their pants. Because what if they always crack on funny jokes? Can you handle that every single time? Or maybe you could, yeah, right? I don't know. Not me, though. I'm always funny. Ask Legendary. I'm always funny. Right, Legendary? Is he here? I don't know if he's here. He's probably working. Anyway, trust me. I'm always funny.
Know the difference. Accidentally have your purse fly open.
Oh no!
Scattering
the
its
purse.
contents all over the street.
Oh no!
Oh no, I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy. Wear high heels most of the time. They're sexier. Journo note. This has become my favorite thing. Wear shoes with no heels. They are way more comfortable. Or don't wear shoes at all.
What?
Okay, terrible advice. Wear shoes.
shoes.
You don't want to attract the foot guys. Trust me. I know some of them are in this comment section right now as we speak. Horrifying. But yes, heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. They make your legs look good. I don't see how this is bad advice. Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oof. The manlet's catching strays even back in 1958. Tell him he's handsome.
Don't wear heels if the man you like is shorter than you. Oh no. Oh no, tell him he's handsome. Aww.
Journo note, let's go!
What is it?
Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure. This bitch doesn't even
What
want
the
you
hell?
complimenting men that you are interested in.
Wow.
Also, ladies, pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that. But next time you're like walking with him or something, just be like, I feel very protected when I'm with you. He will be locked the fuck in.
There you go. That's good advice right there. If you're looking for husband, tell them you feel protected when you're with them. Oh, I need to write that down. That's good advice. Oh.
I don't see the fault in like complimenting a man or a woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that make them insecure or needy? Take good care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Get a sunburn. Go on a diet if you need to. You would never, ever see this advice today. What's crazy is like in the
Get on a
early
diet.
2000s, very, very skinny was the look. Like I remember being a kid and seeing things about how like fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this. And now we've gone completely 180 where it's like health and fitness be damned, Lizzo is a queen. Like can we just be normal about this? Why is there no middle ground between like having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder?
Yeah. That advice about go on a diet if you need to, it's not gonna work today. No. No. Oh no.
When you are with him, order your steak rare.
Why?
Absolutely not. I eat my steaks well done. Not even well done. I eat that shit. Congratulations. Don't tell him about your allergy.
I eat my steak burnt. Same. I don't eat rare steak. Who eats rare steak, dude? Come on. Don't tell him about your allergy. This is bad advice. Holy shit.
Don't be too fussy. Don't whine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. Double date with a gay, happily married couple. Let him see what it's like. This has such a different meaning today. Double date with a gay couple. Let him see what it's like. Be flexible. If he decides to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go. Even if you're wearing your best evening gown. Journo note. Tell him that's fine, but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels.
Oh my god,
Hello?
this lady.
Force feminize your date. 129 ways to get a boy
gonna
wife.
work.
Turn wolves into husband material by assuming they have honor. Okay, I'm so fucking brain broken. I'm
Turn
such
wolves?
a degenerate that like when I read this, I immediately thought of like Legoshi the wolf from Beastars. Like, oh, he'd make a good husband. Oh wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh god, wait, he's 17. Wait. Resist the urge to make him over. Before marriage, that is. So basically, trap him and then mold him into your perfect mate.
Oh, you gotta mold him. Ordered some food. What food? Send picture.
You're a poopy head.
No.
When we spell it out, you're a poopy head.
No.
Okay. I swear this advice is getting more insane the further we go. The lobotomy is kicking in. Remain innocent, but not ignorant. If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty will intrigue him. Will it? Honestly, maybe. If he doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess. Yeah. But if it's just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money. It's over. You fucked it up. Never let him believe your career is more important to you than marriage. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you.
Oh my god, this is like the old-timey way of sending memes. Oh, this is definitely gonna work. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon. Oh my god, that's so cute. This is a nice advice. Love me some lobotomy. It's good advice. Send him memes.
Literally the 1950s version of sending a meme. Stop being a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble, even if you know he will. Journo note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People who stay single.
Oh my
what
god.
What other articles has this woman written? Let's look this up. The real sex lives of middle-aged single women.
Oh my god.
A world without marriage.
Oh my god.
The unsung joy of living alone. The thrill of going to holiday parties alone. Why being in a long-term relationship may make women more depressed. There are more single people than ever. That's not a bad thing.
Oh my god.
The profound rewards of staying single. I'm done. This is just sad. This is sadder than Anita Sarkeesian.
This doctor is just promoting the single life. Just stay single. Bruh.
Having a wedding-themed birthday party and marrying herself. You're gonna look at this and tell me there's no female loneliness epidemic? Really? Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men. Marry me or you'll die an early death. If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're a
Of course, this will definitely work. This is how you get a husband. Okay? Tell him you're adopted. If your parents are fat. Oh no.
adopted. It was a different time. Stow away on a battleship.
Oh, shit.
Rent a billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it. Oh my god. Do not do this.
No,
Sink at a fashionable beach at high noon. Make and sell toupees. Bald men are easy catches. Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons. The end. So ladies, what have we learned? Follow around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box. Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness. But for real, some of this advice was actually much better than like any modern dating advice I've seen. Like at least some of this advice was go the f outside and talk to men, as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him in the eyes. Also men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? Does a hat box do it for you? I'm curious. By the way, the link to the whole list will be in the description. I would love to see your own takes on this list, like your reactions, your own video responses to this list. I've been seeing a lot of VTubers responding to my videos, like,
oh, it's been going on for a while. Oh, she notices. Oh my.
Responding to my videos lately. So if one of you anime freaks are reacting to this right now, I see you. So that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I've stolen like what, 20 something minutes from your life that you will never get back. But if you did like it, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. We're gonna start doing movie nights together and I would love to see you there. And I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!
Yay! There you go. Those are the nice advice from the 1950s. How to get a husband. Very important, very useful. Ay, ay, ay. This is the ending song. Ending song. This is the ending song.